Okay, welcome back to my channel. My last video, we CSS the sign up page down here in this link. So if you don't have an account, sign up here. It was just a bunch of static text boxes, without any style. So I decided to use flexbox to style this, and I was just trying to make it as responsive as possible, without having to write too much code. So that's what I did on the last video, and it was a non-verbal video. I didn't say much. I mentioned that I'm working on figuring out how to do the actual things that I want to do with this project. So anyways, just stand by for that. It'll be there. It'll get there. So today, this video, I'm gonna talk about this in particular, the extended ingredients. In the past, it was done a different way. Now it's been revamped as the way you see now. Prior to this, if you could recall, if you've been following, then you would know that this was like a darker, more like a greenish blue color, and then the style of these container boxes that I created, they were in CSS. I did them using CSS grids, and then each of these, I would say these white boxes, or there were two different ingredients on one column. So I had like a width of 50% here and here, all the way down the list on, for those ingredients. So I took that away. I thought it'll be better if I, make it a flex box, and because the idea is to make it as mobile friendly as possible without writing too much code. So, and honestly, on a desktop view like this, I don't like it very much. I like the other way, the previous way. But the problem with the previous way was that this box right here, or the small avocado container box, will be this size. But then the tablespoon of black pepper that's right next to it may be larger for for reasons that I don't know why it would do that, unless I wrote the code wrong. So okay, so as you can see on the screen, it's already done. So I did it like soon after I published the last video, and I didn't record it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it out, and then I'm gonna rewrite it again, and then explain what I mean, and just talk about what I used. So stay tuned. Okay, so if we go to the extended ingredients, you can see that everything has been pushed to the edge of the screen. If I take this out, you will see that it just has a static photo and just regular text, and everything just pushed to the left, and it doesn't look cool. So the only thing is that this has a beige background still, and the reason why is because I think in the index.js file, in this component in here, I actually added a style in the class name, or in the element. Where is it? Oh, right here on line 97. I added that background, but if I take it out, anyways, I'm not gonna take it out. I'll leave it there because I'm gonna use it. But I'll show you if I just take it out right now. Then you can see everything will whiten up. Will it? There you go. So everything is white. But we're not gonna mess around with that. We're gonna come in here. Like I said before, I finished it. I already have finished this page. I just want to show you what I did to get it the way it looks, to get it like that. The flex box, the way it is. Okay, so it's back with the beige, and then in here, of course, first thing I probably need to do is I need to import the Google font. So it's not that much. So let's say, so to fill up the container, let's say this is what I've done. So in my class name, I have ingredient container. and I had display, and I display a flex. I use a flex direction of column, and then the width 98%, and then I don't remember what else I used. So I'm actually looking at my own code. So of course I did a margin because I want to push everything in the middle, and then I also wanted to actually, let's take a look real quick. Not push it. Okay, so everything has been moved, shifted over, and that 98% width should give me 1% on each corner, right here and here, and margin auto, everything it's in the middle, as you see those blue boxes like that. Moving on. So okay, so yep, let's go back to the code. And let's align the items. I think I centered it for sure. So, okay, now I remember why I did that. I aligned all the items because these are using the flexbox. So I get to align those items down the middle. Then I created another, well, I have created the okay, so I created another it looks like I created another class name, and I called it detail in ing, short for ingredients and metrics. And then I used a background color, and it's white, and you can see now the boxes are starting to form up. Actually, I made the width of this type of class 75%. So it'll cover 75% of the area of the ingredient container. So this is the ingredient container, and it'll take about 75% of that space. I don't know, or your finger magics. And then the margin I pushed it to 0 auto because I want to push everything towards the middle. And then I want to add some space in between. Oh, you can see my white paper. In reality, there's it's one background per ingredient, but you don't see the gaps yet, but we'll get there. Okay, so all right, back down here. Oh yeah, like I mentioned, sorry about that, I need to go back up here. I want to put space in between these, and that's called padding. So padding, I added a set number of pixels. I just don't remember what it is, and I added 15 pixels. 15 pixels, and look how the spaces open up as such. So once I did that, I created a border radius. I like it rounded of the edges, and I think I did it 10 pixels. Excuse me. That's right. And then we'll see now. And as you can see now, the edges are rounded, and that's how I like to see it. Now we wanna put padding or margin in between the ingredients so they could appear more of a list, like a white covering list, rather than it looks like a white piece of paper. So So what we're going to do is we're going to do a it's called a CSS selector. So I just grab a class. A CSS selector is use this class, and you want to cover everything within this class. I'll show you how it looks like. So ingredient container, it's the ingredient container is like the parent class or container, and I'm gonna do like a greater than operator, and then I'm gonna say the class inside that container, and it's gonna be detailed ing and metrics. Oops, I forgot the N. Now notice that it's the same two containers, the ingredient container and a detailed ingredient and metrics container. I mean, they're both the same because this is the one parent container, and then I'm telling to select all the classes within that container, which is in this case just the detail ingredient and metrics container, and all the content within there is what I want to style. So here I would say margin 10 pixels, I believe, and then you will see if I save it, you will see that there's now the bottoms are spread out as such, just like that. The next one, now as you notice that I have the exit button, or the X, you can get out, and I call it the exit button container, or contain. I call it contain. So what I just did a margin to the right, and I gave it this percentage, 69%. That's not odd. No, that's an odd number, but 69% because of the position I put it in. You'll see it when I save it. It's so odd that I did that. And then since I grabbed the X button from Font Awesome, and I imported it, I'm using font family to increase the size of the of that icon, and I put that at 25 pixels, and then it'll look like this. That's not how I want it. 25 pixels is too small, so let's make it 30 pixels. Wow, I didn't even do it correctly. I probably spelled something wrong, that's why. So let's see. Exit button contain. I spelled it right. Is it font family? Oh, my bad. Font family, font size. Whew, that's a crazy thing I did right there. Okay, that's too big from the original size I had it. I had it at 25, so I made a mistake right there. But anyways, we'll leave it alone. And there you go. That's all I did, folks. As you can see, it's so far it's mobile friendly, and that's how I did it. I only did it in less than 30 lines of code with additional spaces. So, you know, just a simple style, nothing crazy. Now I want to put more stuff into this, but this is just an example. This is just me showing you, you know, to make a, you know, you can make a list of things with this, and with just like less than 30 lines of code, of CSS code, you can get a fairly responsive little thing right here going on. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a like. I'll see you on the next one.